Have you ever wondered why some women seem to test you over and over again, even when they're already in a relationship with you? It's not a coincidence or a whim. It's a reality that many men face, and its explanation lies in female psychology, specifically in their hypergamous nature, the deep-rooted instinct to seek out the man who represents the best option. In this video, we'll examine this behavior, what it really means, and how you can respond to it with confidence and clarity. Get ready to uncover what no one has told you about these dynamics. Women, consciously or subconsciously, often carry out certain tests that help them confirm whether the man they're with is the right one. Some of these tests may seem harmless, but others can challenge your leadership, confidence, and overall position in the relationship. Failing some of these tests can not only damage the relationship, but might even mark the beginning of the end. That's why it's crucial that, as a man, you learn to identify these tests and handle them intelligently. In this video, I'll share the 10 most common tests women use on men, explaining what they mean, why women do them, and, most importantly, how you can pass each one. My goal is to provide you with practical tools to strengthen your relationships and avoid mistakes that could cost you dearly. So get ready, because this content will help you better understand female dynamics and how to navigate these situations assertively. Let's dive into these 10 tests. Test 1. Trying to change you or derail you from your purpose. This is, without a doubt, the most important test of all, which is why I'm placing it first. Many times, women will, whether consciously or not, try to pull you away from your purpose in life. This can happen subtly, like asking you to spend more time with them or making you feel guilty for prioritizing your goals and ambitions. Imagine this scenario. You have an important job or are working on a project that requires all your attention. You also work out and take care of your physical and emotional well-being. In short, you're focused on your goals. Suddenly, your partner says, "Honey, why don't you stay with me tonight? Don't go to the gym. Why don't we leave work for tomorrow and watch a movie instead?" While these requests may seem harmless, they actually represent an attempt to steer you off your path. And if you repeatedly fall into the trap, you become what many women refer to as a tamed man. This term describes men who have lost their ambition, determination, and dominant character, qualities that women, deep down, don't respect. Why do they do this? Because they're testing your emotional stability and your commitment to your goals. This behavior is deeply rooted in feminine nature. They want to know if they can trust you as a leader and provider, someone who prioritizes personal and professional growth. Ironically, while they may try to derail you, they don't actually want you to let it happen. How to pass this test? Be firm and set clear boundaries. If you have responsibilities, express them calmly but assertively. "Honey, I'd love to spend more time with you, but today I have priorities to take care of. I'll be with you later." Don't feel guilty for prioritizing your purpose. Women respect men who have a clear direction in life. Remember, constantly giving in to this kind of request can make you lose your partner's respect and eventually her attraction. Conclusion: a woman may try to change you, but deep down, she hopes you won't allow it. Keep your purpose as your priority because a man without ambition is unlikely to be respected. Test 2. Reduced or distant communication. This is another common test, especially during the early stages of a relationship. Imagine you used to receive constant messages from her, but suddenly she starts responding less, taking longer to reply or even acting distant. The most common mistake men make in this situation is overreacting by trying desperately to regain the woman's attention. This might include sending repeated messages, trying harder to be funny, or doing everything possible to revive the conversation. Without realizing it, you're rewarding her distant behavior with more attention. How to interpret this test? When a woman reduces communication, she's testing your emotional stability. She wants to see if you'll panic or stay composed. It's also a way of evaluating whether you value your own time or are willing to chase her no matter how she treats you. How to pass this test? Match her level of interest. If she responds less, you should do the same. This doesn't mean ignoring her, but setting boundaries and not rewarding her behavior. Value your time. If someone isn't showing interest in you, respect yourself enough not to force the interaction. Accept that not everyone is meant to stay. If she remains distant, she's probably not the right person for you. And that's okay. Conclusion. In a relationship, your attention is a valuable resource. Don't waste it on someone who doesn't value it. By matching her distant behavior, you regain control of the situation and, in many cases, may even make her regain interest. Test 3. Setting rules they don't always follow. One of the most common tests women use is establishing rules for certain men but breaking them for others. For example, I never sleep with someone on the first date. I don't usually do this with anyone. These statements are a test to see how you react. If you act overly compliant or too obedient, you'll lose points immediately. On the other hand, if you handle these rules with humor and confidence, you demonstrate self-assurance. How to pass this test? Respond with humor or sarcasm. For example, if she says, "I don't usually sleep with someone on the first date," you could reply, "Wow, then I feel special." "Well, I don't usually go out with girls this pretty, so I guess we're both breaking rules." Don't take her words literally. Women often communicate indirectly, so avoid falling into the trap of justifying yourself or trying to convince her of anything. Conclusion. This test isn't about the rules themselves, but about how you handle the situation. Your response should reflect confidence and emotional stability. 4. Reduced physical intimacy. One of the most common tests, especially in long-term relationships, is when a woman reduces the frequency or quality of physical intimacy. This may happen gradually, and if not addressed correctly, it can become a larger issue. Why does this happen? There are many reasons, but one of the main ones is that she's testing your reaction. This isn't always a conscious test, but rather a way to gauge your emotional stability and self-control when things don't go as you expect. The typical mistake: many men, noticing the decrease, try to compensate by planning more dates, giving gifts, or even begging for her attention. This only reinforces her behavior and makes you lose value in her eyes. How to pass this test? Stay calm. Don't show desperation. If you notice something has changed, stay composed and analyze whether it's a temporary issue or a recurring pattern. Don't try to buy her attention. Avoid falling into the trap of gifts or forced romantic dates to regain her interest. Communicate and set boundaries. If you believe there's a real issue, address it maturely. Ask her directly if something is bothering her or if there's anything you can work on. Conclusion. Physical intimacy is an important part of a relationship, but you cannot let its reduction cause you to lose control. Stay emotionally stable and don't reinforce negative behavior. Test 5. Comparisons to other relationships. In the age of social media, this test has become increasingly common. Imagine you're with your partner and she says something like, "Look, Raoul took his girlfriend to Paris, isn't that sweet? My friends have amazing engagement rings. They're so lucky." While these comparisons may seem harmless, they're actually a test. She's evaluating how you react under the pressure of meeting external expectations. The typical mistake: many men interpret these comments as direct demands and react by trying to match what she sees in others. This could mean promising similar gestures or even spending unnecessary money to compete. However, this only demonstrates insecurity and a lack of confidence. How to pass this test? Don't let the pressure get to you. The key is not to fall for the game. Respond calmly and confidently. For example, Raoul and his girlfriend have their own relationship. Ours is different, and that's what makes it special. Be firm but affectionate. You don't need to ignore her comments entirely, but you also don't need to validate them with immediate action. Respond with humor or empathy, but make it clear that you're not swayed by comparisons. Conclusion. This test isn't about meeting unrealistic standards, but about showing confidence in your role as the leader in the relationship. A woman will respect a man who stays firm and secure in himself, even in the face of external pressure. Test 6. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is one of the more subtle but equally important tests. It happens when a woman uses tactics like guilt or victimhood to elicit a specific emotional response from you. For example, "You didn't call me all day. Don't I matter to you anymore? Why aren't you paying attention to me? I feel like I'm not your priority." While these comments may stem from a genuine need for affection, they can also be a test to see if you're easily manipulated. The typical mistake: feeling guilty and immediately trying to fix the situation. This reinforces her behavior and sets up a pattern where she always has the upper hand emotionally. How to pass this test? Stay calm. Don't let guilt cloud your judgment. Respond empathetically but without losing control of the situation. Communicate your boundaries. If you were busy or simply needed time for yourself, explain it calmly. "I've been busy, but that doesn't mean you're not important to me. When I have free time, I really enjoy being with you." Don't feed the cycle. If you consistently react with desperation or overcompensate, the behavior will likely repeat. Conclusion: emotional manipulation is a way to test your stability. By refusing to fall into these traps, you show that you're emotionally strong and deserving of respect. Test 7. Jealousy and insecurities. Another common test occurs when a woman brings up situations that might make you jealous, like talking about her ex or mentioning attention she's received from other men. For example, "My ex texted me today. A guy at work told me I looked really pretty." This doesn't necessarily mean she's doing something wrong. She's likely testing your reaction to see if you're secure or if you lose control at the thought of competition. How to pass this test? Don't lose your composure. Respond calmly and confidently. For example, "Oh really? What did you reply?" This question flips the test back on her, making her reflect on her behavior. Set boundaries. If these comments become frequent or feel intentional, calmly make it clear that you don't tolerate emotional games. Conclusion: women respect men who aren't easily rattled by jealousy. Responding with confidence and emotional stability reinforces your position in the relationship. Test 8. Sense of humor. A less obvious but critical test is how you handle humor or playful provocations. Women often make teasing comments or jokes to see how you react. For example, "How many girls have you dated before me? Are you afraid of commitment or what?" How to pass this test? Respond with humor. For example, "This week, just a few. I've been taking it easy. I stopped counting at 137, but who's keeping track?" Don't take everything literally. Women appreciate men who don't take themselves too seriously and can laugh at themselves. Conclusion: humor is a powerful tool to show confidence and emotional control. Use it to your advantage, and you'll pass this test with flying colors. Test 9. Creating drama. Sometimes women may create minor conflicts or exaggerated situations to test how you handle pressure. For example, "You never pay attention to me. I feel like you don't care anymore." These situations often serve to measure your patience and problem-solving abilities. How to pass this test? Stay calm and don't escalate. Respond with understanding, but avoid getting drawn into unnecessary drama. Address the root issue. Ask her calmly if there's something bothering her and how you can work together to resolve it. Conclusion: handling drama with composure demonstrates leadership and emotional stability, qualities women respect and admire. Test 10. Always testing your confidence. The final and most consistent test is one that spans across all the others. A woman will always test your confidence. Whether through playful teasing, subtle manipulation, or moments of reduced affection, the ultimate goal is to see if you remain grounded and self-assured. How to pass this test? Confidence is built by knowing your worth, respecting your boundaries, and maintaining emotional control. No matter what situation you face, staying firm and composed will show her that you're a man who values himself and can lead the relationship effectively. Conclusion: be willing to walk away. The common thread in all of these tests is that they're designed to evaluate your leadership, emotional stability, and self-confidence. The key to passing any test is having a firm mindset. You must always be willing to walk away if you're not treated with respect. This doesn't mean being arrogant or insensitive. It means valuing your time, energy, and dignity. A man who knows his worth will never tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or toxic behavior. Remember, women don't test you because they're bad. They do it because they're seeking the best possible partner. Your job isn't to mold yourself to their expectations, but to stay true to who you are and what you want in a relationship. If you found this content helpful, leave your thoughts in the comments, share your experiences, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Knowledge is power, and with these tools, you'll have an edge in any interaction. See you in the next video.